Welcome back to the Exponential English Podcast. If you feel nervous when you talk to people in English, this video is for you. Today, we are going to talk about social anxiety. Social anxiety is the nervous feeling you get when you are around other people, when you need to speak, or when you worry about what others think. And first, I want to tell you something important. You are not strange. You are not weak. And you are definitely not alone. Many people feel this way. And yes, many English learners feel this way too. Sometimes it is already hard to talk to people in your own language, so of course it can feel even harder in English. Maybe your heart beats fast. Maybe your hands feel cold. Maybe your mind goes blank. Maybe you want to say something, but the words do not come out. That is very normal. In this video, I want to help you feel a little calmer, a little stronger, and a little more ready. We will talk about simple English phrases you can use in real life. We will look at common situations like starting a new job, going to class, and talking to strangers. And I will also share some simple tips to help you manage anxiety when you speak. Remember, your goal is not to be perfect. Your goal is to connect. Just connect. Even one small conversation is progress. So take a slow breath with me, inhale and exhale. Good. Let's begin. Let's start with a very common situation. Starting a new job. A new job can feel exciting, but it can also feel scary. There are new people, new rules, new routines, and maybe a lot of English around you. You may think, what do I say? The good news is this. You do not need long or complicated sentences. Simple is enough. Very simple is enough. When you arrive, you can start with a greeting. You can say, hello. You can say, good morning. You can say, hi. That is already a great start. If you want to introduce yourself, you can say, hi, I'm Emma. Or, hello, my name is Emma. Or even, hi, I'm new here. That last one is especially helpful. It tells people your situation, and many people will respond kindly. They may say, welcome. They may say, nice to meet you. They may say, let me know if you need help. You do not need to say a lot after that. You can simply say, thank you, or nice to meet you too. Let's practice a short example. Good morning, I'm Emma. I'm new here. That is simple. That is clear. That works. Here's another one. Hi, I'm Emma. Nice to meet you. Very natural. If someone asks, how are you? You do not need to say something very formal. You can say, I'm good. Thanks. Or, pretty good. Or, not bad. These sound natural and friendly. You do not need to give a perfect answer. You just need a normal answer. Now let's imagine someone shows you your desk or work area. You can say, thank you for your help, or thanks, I appreciate it. If you need help later, you can say, sorry, can I ask a question? That is a very useful sentence. Let's say it again. Sorry, can I ask a question? Simple, polite, and easy to remember. So if you are starting a new job, remember this. You only need a greeting, your name, and one or two polite phrases. That is enough for day one. You do not need to impress everyone. You only need to begin. Now let's move to another common situation. Going to class. Maybe you are taking an English class. Maybe you are going to college. Maybe you are joining a course for work. A classroom can feel uncomfortable when you do not know anyone. You walk in, people are already sitting down, and you wonder where to go. In this moment, short questions are very helpful. For example, you can say, is this seat free? That is one of the best classroom phrases. Is this seat free? It is easy, polite, and practical. Here's another one. Is this the English class? You can use this if you are not sure you are in the right room. You can also say, "Excuse me, is this the right classroom?" Very useful. And if you want to speak to the person next to you, you can ask something simple like, "Have you been here before?" Or, "Do you know the teacher?" Or, "What page are we on?" These are small, easy questions. You are not trying to make a big conversation. You are just opening a small door. That is enough. Sometimes social anxiety tells you that every conversation must be amazing. But that is not true. A small conversation is still a real conversation. Let's practice a short classroom example. "Excuse me, is this seat free?" "Yes." "Thanks." That is already a successful interaction. Here is another one. "Hi, is this the English class?" "Yes, it is." "Great, thank you." Again, simple and successful. If you want to be a little more friendly, you can say, "Hi, I'm Emma." And maybe the other person will say their name too. This is how many conversations start. Not with something big, with something small. Now let's talk about talking to strangers. This can be one of the hardest things for people with social anxiety. And honestly, it can feel even harder in English. But there is one very useful skill here: small talk. Small talk is light, simple conversation. It is not deep. It is not serious. It is just a friendly way to connect for a moment. A very common small talk topic is the weather. For example, you can say, "It's a beautiful day, isn't it?" Or, "It's really hot today." Or, "Looks like it might rain." These phrases are easy because they talk about something both people can see or feel. You are not asking a difficult question. You are just noticing something together. That makes the conversation feel lighter. You can also use small talk in places like a coffee shop, an elevator, a bus stop, or a waiting room. You might say, "This place is really busy today," or "The line is long today," or "That smells really good," or "Have you been here before?" These are simple conversation starters. And here is something important. You do not need to keep the conversation going for 10 minutes. Even 30 seconds is okay. Even 1 minute is good. Let's practice a short example. "It's a beautiful day, isn't it?" "Yes, it is. I'm glad it's sunny today." "Me too." That is enough. That counts. That is real speaking practice. Now, let's talk about how to manage anxiety before and during these moments. The first tip is practice in front of a mirror. This may feel a little strange at first, but it really helps. When you speak in front of a mirror, you get used to hearing your voice. You get used to moving your mouth. And you get used to seeing yourself speak English. This can make real conversations feel less scary. Start with very simple phrases. "Hello." "Good morning." "How are you?" "My name is Emma." "Is this seat free?" Practice them slowly. Repeat them many times. You do not need to practice for 1 hour. Even 5 minutes helps. 5 minutes every day can make a big difference. The second tip is breathe. This sounds simple, but it matters a lot. When you are anxious, your breathing often becomes fast and shallow. Your body feels like something bad is happening. So before you speak, pause for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath in, then breathe out slowly. Again, in and out. This helps send a message to your body. The message is, "I am safe." And when your body feels calmer, speaking becomes easier. The third tip is, accept imperfections. This is a big one. Many English learners think, "I must say everything perfectly," but that idea creates so much pressure. and pressure makes anxiety worse. Try to remember this. People usually do not need perfect English from you. They need communication. They need your message. They need the basic idea. So if you make a small grammar mistake, that is okay. If your pronunciation is not perfect, that is okay. If you need a second to think, that is okay too. Perfection is not the goal. Connection is the goal. Communication is the goal. Courage is the goal. The fourth tip is use natural, casual English. Sometimes learners study very formal answers, and those answers can feel stiff in real life. For example, if someone says, "How are you?" many learners answer, "I am fine, thank you. And you?" That is correct. But in daily conversation, many people say something more relaxed. They say, "I'm good," or "pretty good," or "not bad," or "doing okay." These sound natural and friendly. Here are a few more natural responses you can use. "I'm good. Thanks. I'm doing okay. Pretty good. How about you?" Not bad. Try using these instead of always using very formal textbook answers. Natural English can help you feel more comfortable because it feels more real. Now I want to give you a short practice section. Imagine you are at a new job. Say this after me. Good morning. Hi, I'm Emma. I'm new here. Nice to meet you. Thank you for your help. Sorry, can I ask a question? Very good. Now imagine you are in class. Say these with me. Is this seat free? Is this the English class? Excuse me, is this the right classroom? What page are we on? Hi, I'm Emma. Great job. Now imagine you are making small talk. Repeat after me. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? It's really hot today. This place is busy today. That smells really good. Have you been here before? Excellent. Now let's put everything together. If you have social anxiety, please be gentle with yourself. Do not expect yourself to become fearless overnight. That is not how growth works. Growth is often quiet. It happens in small moments. The first hello, the first question, the first short conversation, the first time you speak, even though you feel nervous. That is real progress. And remember, confidence does not always come before action. Sometimes confidence comes after action. First, you try. Then, little by little, you feel stronger. So keep your goals small and realistic. Maybe today, your goal is to say hello to one person. Maybe tomorrow, your goal is to ask one simple question. Maybe later this week, your goal is to have a 5-minute conversation. That is wonderful progress. You do not need to do everything today. Just take one step, then another, and one more thing. Please do not wait until you feel perfect. If you wait for perfect, you may wait forever. Speak now as you are. Speak with your real voice. Speak with your real level. Speak with your mistakes. Because every time you speak, you are learning. Every time you try, you are improving. Every small conversation helps your brain, your ears, and your mouth work together. So let's review. If you feel anxious, start with simple phrases. At a new job, say, "Hello, good morning," or "I'm new here." In class, ask, "Is this seat free?" or "Is this the English class?" With strangers, try small talk like, "It's a beautiful day, isn't it?" Practice in front of a mirror. Take slow breaths. Do not worry too much about mistakes. And use natural, relaxed responses like, "I'm good," or "not bad." Most importantly, keep practicing. Even a 5-minute conversation matters. Even one sentence matters. Even one brave moment matters. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this video helped you feel a little more calm and a little more confident. You can do this. Slowly is okay. Imperfect is okay. Small steps are okay. Just keep going. And I'll see you in the next video.